you go. That's what I need. That's the picture that we want on the screen when this thing goes up live onto YouTube. We want that beautiful smiling mug in the house. So yes, good morning. We are live. We are on the Kong Family Show, and what a beautiful morning it is. And,
yes.
As usual, our usual start to this thing is that, welcome to the show, kids. We are the Kong family, and we have this really simple goal. We just want to change the world. And, hey, Shawn, how is it that we're doing that again?
One glass of Kong and 9.5 at a time. Thank you kindly.
Amen, brother. And one lightning bolt in a box, and one awesome individual and one family at a time. And so, yes, it is an exciting mission that we're on. It is the most rewarding thing that I personally have ever been involved with in my life. And I'm just excited as all get out. We have the lovely Rachel Ritchie in town. And she's gonna share some magic with us today, and we're excited about that. So Rachel, how's it going, hon? Where are you actually?
I'm in tiny Ontario.
Ontario. And
yeah.
So what time zone are you in?
Eastern. Yeah, I'm in Canada, so yeah.
I'm pretty bad with my geography. I should kind of try to brush up on that stuff a little.
That's why I had to ask you. I'm like, is that 2 hours ahead for me? Yep. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So Eastern.
How about you, Shawn? How's things going up there in Montana? Are you in Montana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm in western Montana, between the Bitterroots and the Sapphire Mountains.
Okay, well, you're in your vehicle, so I figured who knows where he's at now.
With my Utardia jazz hat on for you.
Ah, well, you got to tip your head down so I can actually see it.
Shazam.
Dan,
I just got to head into the store and handle a few things this morning in town, so it just kind of coincided that I'm on my horse, so I jumped right on so I could handle all this while driving.
Awesome. Hey, Dan, how's things up there in Seattle, brother?
It's 7:45 in Seattle, so we're moving a little bit slower out here out west this morning.
Looks like you got some sun coming in there. It's not raining like normal up in Seattle today, I guess. Huh?
It's actually supposed to be 82 today, so very nice.
Woo-dee-hoo!
Nice.
All right. Well, Rachel, how about you up there in Ontario? How's that going for you today? A beautiful day today?
It's a little bit overcast, but it's actually pretty warm this morning. Yeah. So a little bit windy though. Pretty windy. Yeah.
A balmy 30 degrees or something like that?
No. It's about probably 7. It's going to go up to 14 today. Not quite summer yet.
Yeah, bikini weather, right?
Yeah, not yet. The water's pretty chilly.
So we've got our friend Jen.
Celsius, right?
Yeah, that's Celsius. It's chilly.
Yeah. So 7 degrees Fahrenheit, you'd be wearing a parka.
Yeah, I had to put a light jacket on.
Yeah, awesome. So we've got Jen LaFave in the house. Jen, can you hear us?
Yes, hi, good morning. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Any chance we might get to see your smiling mug too?
I thought I pushed accept camera. I'm in the car, and I got a new phone, so I'm still getting everything synced up. But yeah, I'll definitely fix.
Well, yeah, if you can put your camera on, just go ahead and do it when you feel like it, and sit in for some fun here.
Not trying to hide, that's for sure. Not me.
Awesome. Well, we're looking very forward to visiting with Rachel, and it's awesome having you in the house as well. And so, anyway, Rachel, so let's get this ball rolling. I want to know some things about you. I want to. The first thing I like to know from everybody that comes in here is I'm always curious to know how people got involved with Kong's Water, why they got involved, how long it's been, and the last little qualifier is, were they a skeptic like I was?
Well, actually, I started drinking the Kangen water last, I would say, the beginning of June. And it was from my mentor, actually. She was sharing the water with me. And it was right after I'd discovered her post the one day. So she shared the water with me for a couple of weeks. And then I totally got involved like right away. Like I didn't actually question it too much. When I actually got involved with our platform and learned about the water, I was in tears. I couldn't believe it. It was about midnight and I was watching the videos by myself and I was like, water? Really? Like this could change a lot of things. And I was like, yeah, I was in tears. I couldn't believe it. It was something so simple as water, but it's not just water. There's so many benefits to it. And once I learned how many, and I'm still learning because there's so many different things that you can use it for, I was just amazed by it. So I've been drinking it since last June, and I love the taste. Like I wasn't one to always drink water. I always had to force myself to drink it, and I love the taste of it now. Like it's incredible. And actually, my husband was a super skeptic, and even some days I'm like, it's not just water. It is magical is what I say, because there can be a lot of things that it changes in your body. And there's so many different stories that I've heard of like health benefits and just all around like feeling good, even if like, let's say you're in depression, which I totally went through before discovering this. And I wasn't sure if it was like after having my kids, maybe it was postpartum. I wasn't sure because I had never felt this way before. So after drinking the water, I felt like things were changing, like the way I was working on my mindset at the same time, but I was drinking the water and it seems to have helped. So that's like a really big deal for me. So yeah, like it's incredible. And actually my little ones had issues like keeping regular. And after they started drinking it, I noticed that they actually enjoy drinking the water. It's hard to get water into kids sometimes, especially when they're just little. So it was, I really liked that too, because, you know, their little bodies, their systems are just growing, and the water definitely helped them in that area. So.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, while they're young like that, in the beginning stages is really when it's most important for them. If your kids are drinking Kangen water every day, it's gonna be such a huge boost to their lives as they grow older. That's going to set them up with, good solid situation where they're not always getting sick and things like that. It's amazing really what it does for the human body. But one thing we, of course, around here like to make very clear to people is that, you know, a lot of the people out there that drink Kong, that are in part of the family, they call it magic, they call it miracle, that kind of stuff. And we like to make sure that we can stay in the good graces of Mr. Oshiro, that
yeah.
everybody know that the real magic is right here. This baby, this thing is where the magic lies. This is the miracle. And what Kong's water is it is just simply the most amazing tool that the human body has in the shed or in the toolbox to be able to do its job and fix itself. And like Sam Tran was saying on a really interesting post this morning that he put up, that the human body is designed to last for 120 years. And it doesn't last that long because it's getting poisoned. It's getting, it's not getting the fuel and the electricity and the hydration and the alkalinity that it needs. In fact, most of what's in our society is exactly the opposite of what the body needs. And so, we can talk all day long about whether that's by design or whether that's by accident or whatever, but that doesn't really matter to members of the Kong family because they know that they have the solution. And so you've been drinking the water now for almost a year.
Yeah.
You're coming up on your 1-year anniversary.
Yeah.
And so you've had some relief with depression issues. You're feeling a lot better in that regard, which is very common actually, because depression, as Dr. Corin Allen talks about, is a byproduct of dehydration. Same thing with headaches, and literally same thing with practically everything. It's most we suffer from is because of dehydration.
Yes, exactly. And I can't believe it. I thought, as if something like this, like I didn't realize that my body was lacking, it has to have that pH level to function properly. So, and as we get older, obviously our bodies don't function at the same capacity it would when you're little. So you got to really pay attention to what you consume, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So what other kind of experiences have you had over the last year between like your own situation, your husband? You say your husband was a skeptic, but does he drink the water now?
He does, but when he goes off to his construction sites, he is drinking their water that they provide. So I've been trying to talk him into bringing it with him in a thermos or something like that. So he's actually, consuming it all day and not just sometimes, right? Because then once he puts that other stuff in there, it's just bringing his body back to the same state it was before.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's interesting, because I've seen very few people out there that have drank Kangen water for any period of time that can actually stand drinking bottled water, drinking tap water, or anything like that.
I don't know how he's doing it. Yeah.
2 steps forward and 3 steps back.
I know. I haven't had a sip since I started drinking it. I can't handle the taste. Yeah.
Yeah, I get angry and like defensive and like crazy territorial about it.
Yeah, I do. I actually had my sister-in-law. We were at a family function, and my oldest was thirsty, and I always brought our water. So this was last summer, and she's like, "Can I have my water?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll go and grab it." Well, my sister-in-law gave her bottled water, and so when I came back to the table, I said, "Oh no, she doesn't drink that." And she's like, "What? It's bottled water." I'm like, "Yeah, we don't drink that. We have a machine at our house, right? So it's different than the bottled water." So yeah, I'm pretty strict on it now. I always send her to school with it and everything in her thermos, and I can tell that she even notices a difference because she didn't drink as much water before.
Yeah, well, she's going to end up being your biggest distributor, your biggest producer in the future. Because that's what I find out about all these people that have kids that go to school and they drink Kong. They start recruiting their fellow students, teachers, all that kind of stuff. So it's really super cool.
I even got my 2-year-old saying Kangen the other day. Like, you're drinking Kangen water. So yeah, it's pretty cool that they're gonna grow up drinking that, and it's awesome. Like, I've always been fairly healthy, and like I said the other day to you guys, I was fighting off a cough, and then they would get it, and then it was just like a vicious cycle. We kept getting this cough. So we've been checked out by doctors, and they said that this cough could last like up to 6 months off and on. And I thought that was just crazy because we weren't often sick. So I did get your advice there and about the 2.5, where you could spray it in the throat or the nose and ears to help with that. And actually, my 2-year-old this morning was saying that her ear was sore. So I've put some 2.5 in her ear, and I'm hoping that that's going to help her out a little bit today. And yeah, so, but I mean, if they're not consuming as much water, then I mean, they're probably going to keep getting these colds until obviously the virus is gone. And yeah, with school and everything, I guess it circulates quite often.
Well, as you know from being around here, our main thing is to share stories, and that's kind of because of me, really, because I'm it wasn't the facts and figures or the data or any of that technical stuff that got me involved.
Yeah.
The magical story by a gal named Brittany Dykes, a wonderful, incredible, beautiful angel who was sent here to change my life. You know, she put her story out. All of a sudden I went, hey, okay, maybe I should take a look-see after 6 months of wasted time being a knucklehead thinking it was a scam and the water is just nothing and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know? I get my water from Gatorade. It's fine. I'm good to go, you know?
Yeah.
So we're always trying to bring out stories just because we never know who's going to resonate with what and what is going to be powerful and somebody's going to go ding.
Yeah, the biggest thing that, like, why I was so, like, happy and in tears when I discovered the Kangen water, we have been living where we are for 7 years now, and we're on a well. And every time I put my little ones in the tub, the water, like, it was not clear, and our water was just not the greatest. So it would actually ruin some of our white clothes. And putting my daughter in the tub in this, like, rusty water, what it looked like, I'm like, no, my kid's not dirty. It's just the tub water. And it was gross, right? So I'm thinking, what is in this water? So since I have the Anespa in there, and it's clear. When I hooked it up and I turned the water on, I was just like, yay, my kids get to have a bath in clean water. Like, I couldn't believe it. Oh, so it's pretty awesome. And I do notice a change in the color of her hair. I had, like, rusty looking hair, and I could see a little tinge on my daughter's hair, and even my skin, like, in the winter, a lot of the times I'd be, like, itchy and dry, you know, and I always have to put lotion on, and it's so much better. I barely have chapped lips. I'm more hydrated, right? Like, it's gotta be the way it is. Like, and the Nespa, it just made my skin a lot clearer, softer, and not itchy like that. So it's pretty cool. I noticed the change there. And I mean, I've always had long hair, and I asked my doctor, actually, because I would lose hair every time I'd wash it. And I thought, holy, like, I'm losing clumps of hair. And he said, you know what, it's because you have long hair. It just looks like more than you think, right? And it's completely normal. And I said, okay, no problem. Well, since having this hooked up in our bathroom, I noticed that I'm not losing as much hair either.
Figure out a way.
Yeah, that I would say that probably has to do with both the fact that you're showering in the Anespa and then also the fact that you're drinking the water.
Exactly.
You know, the simple fact of the matter is this machine of ours, it's truly amazing what it does when it gets what it needs.
Yep.
And, you know, we get to see these stories and hear about this stuff every day, which is what makes us want to share it out so much to the world, because, you know, I still have yet to find somebody in the Kong family who doesn't want to go out there and change other people's lives for the better every day. And that's one of the really cool things about the whole paradigm of it, is that I've been an entrepreneur since I was young. I've always hated punching time clocks. I've always hated building other people's future. I want to build mine. And I've tried so many different things. I got involved with my first network marketing company when I was like 19 years old. It was called the American Jewelry Guild. My next older brother got me involved with this thing. Spent a bunch of money, didn't make a dime. And it was just one thing after another. And then, you know, getting involved with the Kong family, it's truly amazing how much of a different it is, how much of a family it really, really is. And then just the simple fact of the matter that we have a product that every single living thing on this planet needs, and that hardly anybody has, and that there's absolutely zero, I mean, big fat zero competition on.
Yeah.
So we really have a tremendous gift at our disposal. And so my next question for you is, you've been on the water, drinking the water for a year and almost a year. And I'd imagine that you probably shared the water out with some people, with some friends, some family, something like that. Have you had any experiences in that department with other people that you've come across that they've had great experiences like we all have?
Well, I have shared the water with my parents because they're ones to have those water coolers and buy the bottles and fill them up. They haven't had it consistently because, again, I think maybe they just think it's water too. So I'm still working on them, trying to like give them more of the health benefits of it. My mom was actually having stomach issues and just recently had a gallbladder surgery. And I honestly think that maybe before that, if she was drinking it more consistently, because she always drinks a lot of water. And I thought, you know what, she's the perfect person, like, you know, and my dad actually drinks a lot of pop. So I wanted to kind of like wean him off of it because, you know, once in a while it's okay, but just to have it every day it's not that good. So I'm still giving them water, and obviously it loses its electricity after a few days, but they have been drinking it. I haven't really heard of anything different from them because it's only kind of new for them so far. But I'm planning on sharing it with more people coming up. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
I've shared for cleaning purposes, and this woman was just like in awe. She goes, I cleaned all my floors, and it was just amazing. So she was pretty excited about it and couldn't believe that it was water cleaning her house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a carpet cleaning company out there. I don't know whether you guys have them up in Canada or not. They're called Zero Res is what the name of their company is. And they use 11.5 pH strong alkalized electrolyzed water to clean carpets of people's houses. They have this machine that, you know, this machine doesn't make drinking water that people can put on their countertop like Kong does, but the theory and the process behind it is exactly the same, and that's what they're doing. They advertise that they just simply use water to clean carpets, and so it's pretty cool how they have done that kind of thing, and that's a big part of the reason why Kong and Water does what it does when it comes to doing your laundry, cleaning your house, disinfecting your house, and all that kind of stuff. I know that my wife and we haven't bought laundry detergent in over 2 years. In fact, every once a month when I do my laundry, I always put a picture, laundry time again. I put a picture of my 2 mason jars that have my Kong's water in them. And I think it's kind of funny, but I work at home, so I don't really need, I wear the same clothes, whatever, most people would probably be disgusted if they saw the way I dress.
But you have 30 pairs of underwear, right? Like,
as long as you change your shorts, you can wear whatever you want, white boy. You bring it, but you change those skivs, big fella.
I love it. So, Shawn, do you have any questions for Rachel?
No, I just dig her intensity. I wish I could have everybody I talk to is just open and awoke. I mean, people are so zombified. They're so walking around in this like Kool-Aid induced slumber, and up is down and left is right, and it's just crazy. And then you run into some down-to-earth, grounded-ass person like this, and you're just like, God, where are you and every other stunt double I can find like you? She gets the water. She gets the Inespa. She gets the simple context. Again, we live in a world that everybody wants to complicate things, and at the end of all the complication, we're all confused, but we try and put up this front that we have our act together. It's simple. Life is simple. Simple solutions, simple everything could be simple if we allowed it to be. We're talking about the lifespans in 120 years. 60% of the deaths in this country of the U.S. are lifestyle related. But we're all watching Good Morning America and, Nightline and, oh, yeah, it's about guns, guns, guns. Shut up. 0.8% guns. 60% lifestyle related, and we all want to talk about that less than 1% deaths in this country. It's lifestyle related diseases that are kicking our tail. And I just need to clone you and get 20 of you on. And again, you're not complicated. You're not, I don't know, you just keep it real and keep it simple, and it's so refreshing. It's awesome. And that you just got it. It didn't take you long. When you said that, I'm going, good God, and I've got a 2x4 I bring with me sometimes with some of the people I care about,
I'm still working on my husband.
See what I mean? Oh, man, what do you do?
Some people do need a 2x4.
No, that's the truth. Just right upside the chops. One time, okay, now that I got your bell rung, now that I got your attention, listen to me. And this is the only time I'm going to say it. And then you wish it could just be that easy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. And plus you're Canadian. You Canucks are just cooler on the other side of the pillow, man. You guys couldn't care less. You're just too chill. Yeah, I can dig it. I can dig it. We got to get Bartholomew on here, too, by the way. I want to get that big bearded Toronto Maple Leaf fan. I want to wait till the Boston Bruins win it all so he can just get past it. And
You know what's so funny? My dad's dad, my papa, he was a Bruins fan. So my dad was a Leaf fan. So it's they're watching game together. So every time somebody's like, oh, the Leafs are playing the Bruins, I'm like, oh, okay. My papa's rolling around.
Yeah, that'd be cool to get an ice rink made strictly of 9.5. Or let's see, would we want 9.5? Maybe 11.5.
Yeah.
I love that.
So you don't want to. Yeah, you don't. I'll get back off. I'm just having too much fun. When you talked about not changing, and she brought up the shorts, I had to second that emotion like Smokey Robinson in The Miracles.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, that's great. One thing for your parents, after this show, I'll have to send you a short little video, because you say your dad still likes to drink his pop.
Yeah.
Soda pop.
Not as much though. I've noticed that I don't see him drinking it as much. So, yeah.
That's good. But I've got a real short video that I'll send you that Dr. Michael did. That maybe you can get him to sit down and watch this video.
Mm-hmm.
Before Kong, like our buddy Brandon Bickford said, we should start dating life now in a different way. BK and AK. Before Kong and after Kong,
Yeah.
You started after Kong, right?
Yeah. I have a few videos for sure. Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of soda pop before Kong. And after I watched this short video by Dr. Michael, I haven't drank a soda pop in 2 years, and I won't ever drink one again. There's no way that I'll ever stomach a Mountain Dew or a Dr. Pepper or a Sprite or a Coke or anything like that. I'll never drink another Gatorade. That's just the way it is. Once you find out how bad that stuff is for you, it's kind of hard to stomach it. I mean, some people don't care, and that's their thing. Like Sam always says, hey, knock yourself out. You want Red Bull? Here, I'll buy you 5 cases of it. I'll come visit you at your funeral. Yeah, little mailbox money. That stuff never sucks. HoooDeeHoooo.
Yeah.
So, Rachel, I want to move on to one of my favorite questions, because this is always something that intrigues me, what people have to say about this. And that's, you got somebody out there that you got one thing that you get to say to them, and that's it. To either get them off the fence, get them in their flight suit and jumping off the cliff with you, or not. What do you say? What's that one thing that you say that you would want to say?
Thinking back to all the things that I've not necessarily trying to convince my husband, but there's I just feel like if we're more educated on what our body actually needs, then you would want to consume Kangen water. You wouldn't want to go to bottled water ever again, because I am so strict on it. I honestly brought my Yeti through the airport when I went to Kelowna, and I told them I needed that water, and they said, "What do you mean?" And you need to be educated on what you need. Your body needs to function properly. So Kangen water.
That's an interesting thing that you say that, because Dr. Barry Ah, he has a tremendous video out there. When I send it to people to watch, I tell them that this is the 50 most important minutes of your life right here. That's what I call the video when I send it to them. And in that video, he shows the machine sitting there on the table, and he says, anybody who thinks that this machine is expensive simply does not understand how the human body works. And then he goes through the next 50 minutes, and he explains exactly how the human body works and why this water is so important and why it makes such a drastic difference. And it's interesting because he was born sick. The first time I ever watched that video, I literally cried through the whole thing. The only part where I didn't cry, where I actually started laughing, is how he stuck his mouth up to the hose and said, "You drinking it right out of the hose." I couldn't help but laugh about that, but the rest of it, I just cried through the whole thing because it reminded me so much of my mom. And I've mentioned here before that my mom is my driving force behind this, because I just miss her so much. And I know that had I known about this water, which was available, I just didn't know about it. If I'd have been able to get her to drink this water every day, I bet she would still be here with me today. But she had every disease you can think of, practically. She had all the different colors of fever. She had more surgeries. You looked at her body, and it was just scars everywhere from the doctors. Their solution was always, here, let's cut that out, and then here's a pill, here's a bill, here's a pill, here's a bill. And that really came back head on when I watched that video with Dr. Ah, and so that one was a tough one for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's something that's very, very passionate to all of us, and so that's why we're doing what we're doing, trying to share the word, share the stories, and perhaps if you can get your mom and dad to watch that it's only like 3 minutes long.
Yeah, I'm going to, definitely. I may even have it, but you can send it to me, and I'll see if it's a different one, for sure.
Yeah, I'll be happy to do that. And, if that might be the thing that helps your dad go, whoa, maybe drinking this stuff isn't such a great idea.
Exactly.
That's what I did. When I saw that video, I went, ooh, okay, that's it. Hey, look, here's my sweetie. This is my 99.9% right here.
Yeah, good morning.
She's got to head off to work today. Love you, honey. Have yourself an awesome day. She's got her Kong water, going to work with her.
Perfect.
But, so yeah, we have a tremendous mission in front of us, and changing lives, that's really my big focus of it. And I'm curious what your main passion is towards this company, towards this water.
Well, I have so many people in my family that suffer from fibromyalgia or headaches all the time, and I honestly think that it's because they are dehydrated. So I'm going to be sharing this water with my mother-in-law, my aunt. There's a few others, and I mean all in between too, because, not just because you have a health issue, you want everybody to be having this, alkaline environment. So, to live your best life, really, and what do you have to lose, really? I think it's the best option is this water.
Yeah. What you have to lose is your life. That's what you have to lose.
Yeah, by drinking the other stuff, yeah.
And So yeah, that is interesting to hear that your husband can actually drink Kangen water, and then he can go drink other water. I think he's the only person I've ever
Doesn't drink enough water at home. That's why. He's not fully, like, he notices the difference in the taste, definitely, because he's told me it tastes amazing. But then, yeah, I'm like, are you drinking the Kangen water at work? He said, no. Oh, well, you should be. You know?
He needs one of these bags right here. He just needs one of these bags to take to work with him, full of Kangen water.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he
for sure
drink it all day. And
actually, I've noticed a difference. He's been on blood pressure, and he's only 43. He's been on it for, I would say, 4 years. Blood pressure pills. Yeah, and they actually cut the dose a little bit because it lowered. So yeah, he's fairly young to be on blood pressure, right?
Yeah.
And I asked him a little while ago, what has it been at? Like, and he was checking it, and it was lower. And I thought, it's got to be this water helping, because it was really high. And I was just a little bit concerned, right? So I'm hoping that we can eventually wean him off of that. And actually, myself, when I was going through depression, I went to the doctor, and he said, you know what, you're fine. And we just went from there. And then I just had more like feelings where I wasn't myself. So I went back and I said, you know what, I need to do something. And this was before the water, right? So I wasn't aware of it at all. And I just thought, you know what, I need to change something in my life here, because I'm just not happy. I'm irritated. Everything just was not, it was off. So he had given me a pill, and I actually split the dose in half, because I'm not somebody that likes to take medication if I don't have to. Even if I had a headache, I would like suffer, or I'd chug some water or something just to feel better. But yeah, he gave me this prescription, and I started noticing that I was getting better, but at the same time I was introduced to the Kangen water. So now it's like, is it the pill or is it the water? And I'm honestly geared way more towards the water, and I'm hoping that I can just wean off of that and be done with it, because I don't think I need it.
How much water do you try to drink every day?
Well, I try at least 2 of these, which is 30 ounces, but I should be drinking a little bit more. Some days I drink more than others, so yeah, I have to be a little bit more consistent with that. I do notice when I don't drink enough, though, for sure.
Well, one thing I would recommend, that I always recommend to everybody, it's kind of my protocol, is every time I go take a pee,
Yeah,
I go drink another 14 ounces.
there you go. That's a good way to do it.
Pee about 15, 20 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means a couple gallons of water every day.
Yeah.
Every time that's what I try to do, is every time that happens, then I go reload, so
Yeah.
it can happen again here in another half hour.
No, that's a good way to do it, for sure.
I recommend to people that are sick that they do that, and even get some 11.5 in there. In fact, it's interesting, because Bill Powers was talking when he was on the show on Tuesday. He was saying that if he had it all to do all over again, he would have just drank the 11.5 water.
Yeah.
He would have just bypassed the 9.5 and went right to the 11.5 and drank that all.
Like, get it back to normal state.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, that was a really enjoyable Zoom for sure. Yeah. Amazing man.
That guy's amazing, and we're so excited to have him as part of the family. And hey, Paul, our resident lumberjack, he's cruising down the road delivering some water to somebody. You have any questions for Rachel?
Bro, I don't. I missed out on it. I'm sorry about that. I forget what time you start. I checked in 3 times, and you weren't there, so I went and ate some breakfast, delivered some water, and now I'm just cruising down the road. So just listening in, I would have liked to have heard some things she had to say. It sounded like a good conversation, but yeah, no, I'm just listening, brother. Appreciate you all.
Awesome. Glad to have you here, buddy. Be careful out there on the road. Watch out for them damn Anasazi. They're everywhere.
Well, after yesterday, I just have to have a good day every day, bro. I told Shawn, you know, it's hard to soar like an eagle when you're flying with pigeons, man.
Amen. So, yeah, well, that's it's been really nice having you on here today, Rachel. And I want to. This is something that's a real big part of this show for me as well. Is we're trying to unite people. We're trying to get people that resonate with each other to hook up with each other, and to, you know, just because we never know who's going to hook up with who.
Yeah.
Who's going to hear your story a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, when they run across it on the YouTube live or the YouTube recording, and they want to hook up with Rachel because for some reason the things she had to say really resonated with them. And so the only way that they can do that is if they know how to get a hold of you. And so I like to always make sure to give our guests the opportunity to give out whatever contact information, whatever websites, phone numbers, you know, email handles, whatever that makes it so people can get in touch. And then I also like to mention that if anybody does, say, friend up with Rachel on Facebook or Twitter or something like that, make sure to send her a message along with that friend request and tell her why. Why is it that you sent her a message, and you know, how did you find her, that kind of thing. I consider that just to be a common courtesy, because nowadays there's so many dang predators and scammers out there in the world with this big wide web of people that I don't accept friend requests from people every single day just because of the simple fact that they don't tell me why. And I always take a look at them, and if they haven't told me why, I go look at their page and see what they've got going on, and even if they've got a whole bunch of Kong friends with me, I still send them a message, say, hey, why'd you send me a friend request? You know?
Yeah. Why do you want to be my friend?
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I keep getting them. Actually, the more you talk about it on here, the more friend requests I'm getting from people I've never even chatted with on the internet. So I'm like, how do I know you? I don't really.
Yes, exactly. So,
yeah.
But yeah, any information that you'd like to give out to the listeners to, you know, see, you know, like I said, we just never know who's going to resonate with who. So
yeah, for sure.
It's completely up to you too. Whatever information you want to give out to people, that's completely at your discretion. I just like to give everybody that opportunity for coming here, because our goal is to share this stuff out on a continual basis from here on out. And so you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anybody that is can relate to me, you can reach me at Rachel Ritchie, obviously on Facebook. And my business page is at For Rachel Ritchie. And you should be able to reach me there, and you can send me a message, and I'd be glad to chat with you.
Awesome. Yes, that's a great thing. And so, you know, we've been in here for about 45 minutes now, and I know that we've all got big things. We got great days to get on with, right? But do you have any last comments or things that you would like to say to our audience, Rachel?
Me? Well, you know what? There's so many ways to enjoy your life. And just one thing that I can say because of discovering this Kangen water is to make sure that you're educated on what you're putting in your body. And it's truly a life changer if you want to get your body to the state where you're happy and you feel good. And, you know, we are changing lives with this. And no, we can't make any health claims, but we can definitely try drinking water to help us out.
Yes, amen. And, you know, I've got to bring something up just so we can have a little bit of humor, because that's one of the things we try to do around here is have a little bit of fun, have a few laughs while we're talking about such a serious subject. And Patricia Byrne Butchart, who is on the live feed on the Kong family page, she says, Typical woman. First thing we think about is clean undies.
That's hilarious. Oh, I love Patricia. I'm so happy she's watching. Oh, I met her in Kelowna, and pretty amazing lady, that one. And that's just proof that you're never too old to learn something new.
Amen. Yes, and that is just classic. I love it. And we've got my friend Stephanie here on here. She said yesterday, my grandson, age 7, said, "Give me some 9.5."
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, the kids definitely hear what's going on and that kind of stuff, and they're going to be our biggest advocates, and that's a big part of one of the reasons why I always try to get the youngins, the young 20-somethings, whatever, to pay attention and to jump on board with something like this, because it's just amazing how many lives they'll be able to change as their lives go on. And if we can get them to start thinking that direction, thinking about health, that's all the less people that are going to be piling on the so-called healthcare system.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really not healthcare, it's sick care. And the fact of the matter is that 90 some odd % of the money that gets spent on healthcare here in the United States, some $2.1 trillion or something like that, 90 some odd %, $3 trillion, as Sean's saying there, is spent after people get sick. So it's not health care, it's sick care. And
so why not avoid that and, get your body where it needs to be and can avoid those sicknesses, right?
Yes, amen. Preventative care. That was my thing. I was lucky and blessed that I read the book World Without Cancer 26 years ago, when I was 27 years old and bomb-proof and nothing in this world could hurt me, that kind of thing. Every 27-year-old's like that. And after reading that book, I immediately started taking a proactive approach to my health from there on out. And I still have, and that's why once I understood what was going on with the water, I realized, holy moly, this is like the most important proactive approach to my health that I could take.
Yeah.
And then when I found out that both Kong and Water and the book World Without Cancer have their roots right in the same exact location on planet Earth, I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been a huge transformation for me. I know that. And this company has not only changed my health, but it's changed my thought processes as well, because of the people that I've ran into. We literally have such an incredible family of people. And before we take off out of here, I wanted to ask Sean if he has anything that he'd like to, he always has something awesome to fire out there in the end. So what do you got, Sean?
No, I just know I need to send this to every woman I know. And if she gets it, she's solid. If she doesn't get it, she's nuts, and I need to run from her. So you become the gauge by which I set my standard prospects for the water. No, I just really appreciate your sincerity, your just directness, very genuine. I mean, that's it. People. Yeah, I wish I could just put you in my pocket and pull you out every time I talk to some of the people that I talk to that keep blowing me off. And, they're on all these medications. But, down here, we're all trying to replicate you guys in your free health care, because our 60% of our related deaths are lifestyle related. Yeah, we want free health care. We want universal health care. We don't want to wipe our own asses. So everything you said is very genuinely on point. Why not be preventive? And 90% of the $3-point-something trillion that we're spending on this stuff, like JJ just dropped, is Band-Aid care.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's good. It's no frills, no, frosting up any turds with you, man. It's just straight up what it is, and I love that. I can dig it all day, man, because, people want to frost up turds all they want. At the end of the day, you get past the frosting, you still got a steaming ass pile of poop underneath it. What are we doing? Who are we kidding? You know? And again, I just like your simple directness. And yeah, I'm going to send this to everybody I know. And hopefully they hear me dropping this too at the end as a challenge to just snap out of it and wake up and realize that, hey, it's okay. You know, Wetzel can turn you on to something. You know, it's all right. You're not going to lose your birthday. You know, no one's going to take away your, you know, car, whatever. You know, you're not going to get penalized for making a sound, preventive-based health decision for your family for the rest of your life. You know, people, you swear, they think their whole world's going to cave in. You know, and they can't tell all their stories that they're posting up on Facebook about, oh, my migraines, or oh, my joint pain. And it's like, God, and you PM them, you message them, hey, man, give me a call. Maybe I can help you out. Crickets, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, what do you do?
It's
I just need to go find a bunch of yous out there.
You know, that's
oh, thanks.
Wouldn't it be cool if we had like this little magic genie bottle? You know, we could just rub it and out pops Rachel.
Yeah, hey, Rachel,
That's hilarious.
bring the real.
I need to rub
Hey.
rubs. She is. Well, the truth is we actually do have her because she was so gracious to come here this morning and share her story with us so that we can actually share it with others. And so we literally do have the magical, the amazing, the beautiful Rachel Ritchie
Oh,
in our little genie bottle. All we gotta do is rub it and get play. And there she is to tell her beautiful story to us. And so, yeah, we do have that. This is a tremendous tool that people can utilize. And so anybody out there that this has resonated with, hook up with Rachel, hook up with the Kong Family Show YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and punch in The Kong Family Show. It's to the point now where all of it used to start with Donkey Kong, which I was cool with because I always loved that game when I was young. But now it's just full Kong Family Show videos, and so anybody can find them, and you're going to be up there as soon as I get the recording. I will get it uploaded up to YouTube, and then I'll send you the link, and you'll have it. You'll be able to share it out, and to your heart's content.
Awesome.
You know, just got to say thank you so much, hon, for taking your valuable time to jump on here with us and share some magic and, you know, have a few giggles with us. And yeah, you know, clean undies.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate you asking for me to join you on here. Yeah, I enjoy your guys' humor. It's pretty fun. And I've seen a few shows beforehand, and I've just been, you know, anytime I can catch it, I hop in. So yeah, it's been a pleasure to join you today.
You know, and hey, one last thing I got to drop for everybody when it comes to those clean undies. It's amazing the job that Kong's water does.
Yeah.
Those undies.
I got to tell you a story quickly just to end it too with the undies. It's a joke that my husband says, like, he likes brand new socks, brand new underwear. He wants to just have a brand new pair every day. Right? Don't have to do the laundry anymore.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you so much once again, Rachel. We really appreciate you coming in. We are the Kong family, and we just have this simple goal to change the world. And Shawn, how was it that we're going to do that again? It looks like he's locked up. Why don't you tell us how to do that?
9.5.
Oh, he's all choppy.
He's in robot land right now.
Yeah. One glass of what?
One glass of 9.5, one lightning bolt in a box, and one incredible, awesome individual family at a time. We love you so much for coming in. Thank you. Have yourself an awesome, incredible day. Go out there and change somebody's life today. And, of course, don't forget your hugs.
Awesome.
Much love, you guys. Make it a great day.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
Bye for now.
Thank you.